Welcome to Kabbalah Daily, where ancient wisdom meets modern life. My name is Eli Bennett, and in today's episode, what is the ego really? It's one of the most used and misunderstood words in spirituality. Some want to kill it, others worship it. Most never stop to ask, what is the ego actually made of? And why do Kabbalists say it's both your biggest obstacle and your greatest tool? Let's begin. The ego in Kabbalah, not your enemy. In most traditions, the ego is the villain. It's blamed for selfishness, pride, jealousy. But Kabbalah doesn't call for destroying the ego. It calls for understanding it. The ego, in Hebrew ani, simply means I. It's your sense of self. And that sense of self is what makes you a receiver. The Creator is the pure force of giving. We are vessels, receivers of that light. Without the ego, there would be no one to receive, no one to grow, no one to transform. So the ego isn't the problem. The misuse of the ego is. The structure of the ego. According to Kabbalah, the ego has 5 levels, mirroring the 5 levels of the soul. 1. Nefesh, the ego of physical instinct and survival. 2. Ruach, the ego of emotions and personal power. 3. Neshama, the ego of intellect and spiritual ambition. 4. Chaya, the ego of collective consciousness. 5. Yechida, the ego of unity with the light. Each level is more subtle, more refined, but even at the highest levels, the ego still says, I want. The work isn't to erase the I, it's to evolve what the I wants. Why we need the ego? The ego gives us individuality, and individuality is the starting point of spiritual work. The Creator wants independent beings to choose connection. That means we have to feel separate in order to return to unity by choice. If we were created without ego, we'd be angels, obedient, passive, unable to grow. But with ego, we can create, choose, reflect, and transform. We can turn receiving into giving. The problem of ego inflation. The ego becomes destructive when it seeks to receive only for itself. This is called the egoistic will to receive. It manifests as comparison, control, superiority, insecurity. You see, ego isn't just pride. Ego is also shame. Ego is anything that turns the world into a mirror for your self-worth. The paradox: the more you try to inflate the ego, the emptier you feel. Because the ego is a vessel that can never be full on its own. Only when it becomes a channel does it feel complete. Transforming the ego, the path of tikkun. Kabbalah teaches that we don't destroy the ego, we correct it. That correction is called tikkun. It means taking the raw material of your desire and elevating it. Instead of receiving to possess, you receive to share. Instead of competing to win, you compete to grow. Instead of seeking approval, you seek alignment. This is the spiritual technology of Kabbalah, to upgrade your vessel, to change the inner wiring of the ego so it becomes a mirror for the light, not a black hole for attention. A daily practice. Here's a simple practice you can do today. 1. Identify an area where your ego feels reactive. It might be work, family, social media. 2. Ask, what am I trying to receive here? Approval, power, safety. 3. Then shift the question, how could I turn this desire into an act of giving? You'll be amazed how fast the energy changes, because the ego doesn't need to shrink, it needs to serve. Final reflection. The ego is your spiritual raw material. Left unchecked, it isolates you. Refined, it empowers you. You are not here to eliminate the ego. You are here to elevate it. And when the I becomes a conduit for the light, your life stops being a performance. It becomes a purpose. Thank you for tuning in to Kabbalah Daily. When you have seen everything, comment, I am ready to receive. as our secret sign that you are a true follower of Kabbalah. If this sparked something in you, subscribe and like for more weekly insights. Share this with someone who's ready to look deeper. Until next time, receive with intention, give with purpose.